Hey guys, it's me. It's Wednesday. I remembered. So yeah, GRE is done. Never doing it again unless I don't get into schools and then I put it off for 5 years and then I decide I want to do it again, which isn't gonna happen. Because the scores are good for 5 years, so Alexis, if you think you're going to be going to school within 5 years, and if any of the programs you're looking at need GRE scores, then I'd get that over with like as soon as you can, at least while like your brain's still kind of in like instant BS essay mode, because then it makes the essay portion really easy to do. But yeah, like I think I've seen schools where they like specifically need it for their masters but not for their PhD programs, but I've also seen ones where they need it for their masters but they like require you to if you want to be a PhD candidate, like submit and get in the master's program first and then like get your master's, and then you can sort of like submit paperwork and then be I don't know, like sort of admitted to their PhD program after that, which kind of makes sense because you're basically on the way to getting your PhD. You complete a master's degree's worth of stuff, but at the same time it's kind of like, I don't know, because then you're not really a PhD person. You're just like, I don't know. It's kind of weird, because maybe I've seen 2 places that do that. Or maybe one of them, they require you to have a master's in that area first, and then the other one, I think it was University of Washington, like to get in their PhD program. I think either you had to have a master's or you had to go through their master's program, but that seems a little bit extreme. But anyway, yeah, standardized tests are never fun. And it's just great when you get done, because like my scoring system's really weird, because like on my practice test, you don't get to see which ones you got right and which ones you got wrong when you actually take the test. But when you take the practice test, you can kind of go back and look and see which ones you got right and which ones you got wrong and what were the right answers. And I was getting, like, I think in total, Alexis is like at best one of the sections for the like language, I got 15 out of 20, and that was the best like subcategory score I got for anything. Most of them, it was more like 9 out of 20, and I still got a pretty respectable score. So, got about the same on the actual test. Like, my language is higher, my, math was lower, but it got to about the same. So, I just really don't understand if you can get, half or less than half of the questions right, and you can still get a pretty good score, then, like, I don't know. I just don't. It's weird. Don't know what you're testing for, although I think some of the questions have higher point values than others, so maybe just get the right ones right. And I feel like I've talked about this in a video before, so it's probably getting boring. Yay, zombie pictures. I went on Facebook and I saw one, I think, from a Megan, and you're kind of going like, and it was a really cute picture. That should be your profile picture, Alexis. It's very, puts you in a really good light. We know how attractive people can look when they're covered in blood and kind of anguished. So, yeah, so someone who doesn't know what we're talking about, that sounds kind of weird. But anyway, yeah, like, smart discrimination. I had to go back and, like, catch up on a lot of videos, but, yeah, people saying you're too smart to do stuff, it's kind of annoying. I had, not quite that happen. It usually doesn't happen for me. I usually don't have people say, like, you're too good for this, which either says something about the people I hang around or my life decisions. In either sense, I hope it's a good thing. But I was helping Hayden out with something a while ago. I don't remember if I told this in a video, but his roommate was being really irresponsible with their pets, and like the apartment was really smelly, and she like never cleaned her cat's litter box or anything. And he's like, advise me, what should I do? So we sat down and had a really long, in-depth discussion about like, well, technically it's your apartment, and she's the roommate, and she's not taking care of her responsibilities, and you have every right to like make her do things if she's not, taking care of stuff. And it's not, it doesn't have to be personal. It has to be like, just all the different things that come up. Like, you live here too. You have every right to live in a house that doesn't smell like cat pee. But, a lot of things about needs and boundaries and respect. And, we were like halfway through the conversation, talking him down off the ceiling where he was like, oh, I just want an excuse to get her out. We were talking through all this stuff. At some point he says, you are wasting your potential. I hope you know that. He said it very seriously. Like, I don't know, this sort of, I think he meant it in kind of like, he wanted me to like be a lawyer, I think. Like, but that's so boring to me. And it's sort of like, I think I tried to explain him, like, I don't know, it's the difference between like, lawyers and English majors are very alike, that they both have to kind of spin a narrative. But the lawyers have to follow all these rules, and, people call them out on their BS all the time. But, kind of other track, sort of, there's no rules when you're just advising someone on what would be best to do. There's no huge, thick law book and law degree they have to go through so you can advise people, because, it's not a legal thing. But that's the first time someone's been like, you're really wasting your life. You would be, the world needs you doing something else. Like, but it's so boring. I don't want to. And I think it'd be a horrible, like, psychiatrist or psychologist, because half the time just like, your problems could be solved very simply, but I have to not say that. I need to let you find the way. But, I don't know, it was kind of interesting, I think, just because it's not something I hear a lot, usually people are pretty supportive, I suppose, but, I don't know, very interesting. It kind of got me worried a little bit for a while, like, am I wasting my potential? Like, maybe library isn't something I should do, but then, like, what should I do, because, being a lawyer sounds boring as hell. Oh, like, really boring, so boring. I don't know if you guys have it down there, but it's like a junior lawyer court thing. It's like really legit. Like, you have to learn how to be basically a lawyer, an attorney or something. And you actually see cases from minors that get into trouble in the area. And like, there's a residing actual judge who's there. But like, you can actually like do sentences for them and stuff. So it's like legit. But I tried that for like a few meetings, and it was so boring. I'm great spinning narratives and like sitting down with someone being like, look, you have needs, you have rights, and that's important, you need to stand up for yourself. But just digging through the book and looking for all the rules, it's so boring. Don't know how people do it. They're better and or way more sleazy people than I that, to do that day in and day out. But yeah. But yeah, I didn't know Perks was out as a movie yet. That's exciting. I haven't been watching movies really lately. I'm trying to think what the last movie I saw was, but it was a while ago. But I really want to see it. I'm not surprised that there was sex in it, because that's basically what the book is about. From the themes to like the final end note, it's all about sex. Not really all about sex, but there's a lot of sex. So I'm sort of curious. I kind of want to read a book about teenagers and, like high school that, like, has nothing to do with sex. I think I kind of like that. It's like, there are other things. Or, bonus challenge round, like, no sex and no, like, clique drama. I don't think it's even possible, but, that's an idea. Any potential authors listening to this, but I really like Laughing Cow, Becky. My grandmother really likes it, but I don't know. At first I was like, what? Spreadable cheese? It's like one tier up from not being quite as creepy as like aerosol cheese, like in a can, and but it's I don't know, it's kind of weird, but we have like boxes of smoked salmon in the house, and it's really nice. It's like slightly more healthy than spreading it, making a dip with like cream cream cheese or something. But I just like get smoked salmon and mix it with the Laughing Count. It's really good. You can put it on crackers, and it's so good that I don't allow myself to have it anymore. It's really good. But I loved, you did the thing, we do the thing sometimes where, I don't know, we say like, okay, well, good night, SNFs, and I'll see you later. And then, because with the power of YouTube, we can look later and see that you're only about halfway through the video. Just kind of chuckle and be like, oh, you thought you were done with the video. That's adorable. But, yeah, I guess that's kind of it. I need to send a lot of emails. I'm supposedly going to finally meet, for real, the lady at the museum on Friday. So, hopefully, like, she doesn't get Ebola or something, and then, we can't see each other. That would really suck for me. And, so yeah, I have to do emails, because, like, I've been emailing people about grad school and stuff, but then email me back, and they're really helpful, and they're like, if you have any more questions, just tell us. I'm like, I don't have any more questions right now, but I feel like I should respond to you with something a little bit more robust than thanks for the advice. You'll be hearing from me in my application soon. It's like, I don't know, it's awkward. And I need to get letters of reference. I need to get that rolling soon. So, yeah. And with that, I will say goodnight. And it won't be another half video before I'm done, because that will be 20 minutes, and I can't do that from my phone. So, good night. Have a good rest of the week.